All right, y'all, man. We apologize again for the late start. Let's go ahead and get this party on the road. Finally. Hopefully. Here we go. Jesus Christ. It's about that time. You're rocking with your boy Damo Unleashed and Sky Black on the Nashville Caveman Podcast. Stay tuned.
Hey, what you got in that bag? Just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. I gotta turn off this function, like I'm in the Lotus and punch it. All I'm gonna ask is stay in your lane, and you won't be food for my luncheon. I'm coming up out of the dungeon, cooking up plans to make something from nothing. And since I secured the bag, it's time to do math, so I'ma keep hustling. I thought I had lost my way or something. I am not feeling what they say is busting. They keep us trapping this way, disgusting. If you so happen to catch me flexing, I could be killing the stressful day by learning how to install some chromic crystals on the Escalade. Matching the arm that's on my sternum. I am for the sake of the people. Grabbing my Glock and pray to the Lord, cause not everybody tryna be peaceful. I still hope we set the stage for showing them how it's supposed to be, so those that's close to me won't have to ask, hey, what you got in that bag? Just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. Hey, what you got in that bag? Just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. Hey, what you got in that bag? Let me explain what I'm talking about. Had a joint called down about it. Letting these loud mouths know how to move without sound. Best if we don't even shout out. Midwest, east, west, down south, till we get even or even above. Till then we gon' opt out and educate on the backside. Folk gotta act right and they won't backslide. Just put it together no matter the weather, my brother. So hey, if you dealing with vices in you and it's cutting you up like against you, put it on chill for real, or they gon' just use it against you. What you got in that bag? Quiet water.
What is going on, y'all, man? We apologize again for the very start late. Man, the day was busy today. We had a whole lot going on, so we glad to have you guys here with us. I'm your host, Damo Unleashed, man. Happy Tuesday. And I'm going to go ahead and we got to move this show along. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce a good friend of mine that is like a brother. Roll out the red carpet for him. So now the floor is yours.
Well, it's another Tuesday, everybody. Congratulations, you made it. You woke up today. There were some people who didn't wake up today. My thoughts and prayers go out to the Copeland family. A friend of mine, she lost her mother yesterday or this morning. And our prayers go out to her and the family. So don't forget tonight, the D-Bling radio show. New music, tune in. www.offtopradio.com. We stream at www.offtoprecords.net. Thanks to everybody who came to No Limit Pro last Sunday down in Tullahoma. You can see me this Saturday, Top Rope Wrestling, Wilson County Fairgrounds, Lebanon, Tennessee. 945 East Padua Parkway, Lebanon, Tennessee. That is 945 East Padua Parkway, Lebanon, Tennessee. It's the Wilson County Fairgrounds. We just had the fair here not too long ago. Hey, Miranda G. We just had the fair here not too long ago. So y'all come up here and enjoy Top Rope Wrestling this Saturday. And Damo, we're getting close to the Soul Driven Awards, are we now?
Man, we got a whole lot going on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let y'all know what's been going on with us. So, y'all know on the weekends we got the Soul Driven Sports show.
Mm-hmm.
So, right now we're working on a new app. So, the new app is going to play the Soul Driven Sports show, but we're also going to add in a swimsuit magazine. It's going to be an online swimsuit magazine where you literally could take a hand and flip the pages. So I just got the layout for that. Got a whole lot going on right now. I also want to send my condolences too for the Copeland family, man. I know that's tough. You know what I'm saying? So they're also in my prayers. And man, it's just been a wild the last 2 weeks. So
yes,
we got a lot to talk about today, y'all.
All right.
I have watched this, and I think I'm gonna start the show off with this because this was close to my heart. Because man, you, Mike Cobb, I forget the other gentleman's name. He come through here often. He wrestles also, really cool dude.
DJ Lackey. You talking about
DJ Lackey? Yes,
okay.
Lackey. And so, man, when I was watching this, and I had y'all in mind and stuff, and man, this really aggravated me, dude. When I say it aggravated me. So we're gonna go ahead and get this show jumping off real quick. I want to play this guy, and then we just gonna break this down. I sent you the video, so I don't know how much more you dove into it. But for the people that haven't seen it, just to give y'all a little background. Raja Jackson, who is the son of the legendary Rampage Jackson, one of his friends, who is a pro wrestler, invited him to a show, right? And you know, you guys are always in character mode when you guys are, even before a show, y'all always in character mode. So, a guy took a prop, he did something with the prop, and he didn't think of no harm of it, but the dude didn't take too lightly to it, Roger. So the man apologized to him multiple times. And then they had an hour or two before the show, and then everything unraveled. And I think a lot of people dropped the ball on this. This dude, I think, should do a lot of years in prison, but that's neither here or there. I still want to play it. I want to get your input on this. So without further ado, man, we're going to go ahead and start the show off with the Raja incident. And usually I get into music before we do this, but we kind of behind. So I'm going to go ahead and jump off right now.
What, you don't know me?
Hell no. Yeah.
Hey, I think that's a little. Oh, you don't sell it?
What's that?
You don't sell it?
No,
We're good, bro. No, we're good. I know you will. We're good.
I will fuck him up, bro.
I know you will.
I don't play that shit.
Sorry about that, bro. I apologize.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know. I thought you
I get it.
We're gonna work it out where he's gonna come out on your mat too.
So it skipped. It was like a little glitch in. It skipped the part where y'all see he took a prop beer can and he hit him in the head. And he was like, "Are you gonna sell it? You gonna sell it?" Right? And so this is him apologizing to him. And Stein, this looks like a sincere apology to me.
Yeah.
And I know he probably did it wrong.
It is, and he no-sold it. Either A, he don't know the business, or B, he wasn't told what was supposed to happen. Because a lot of times in wrestling, it's ad-libbing. That's why a lot of wrestlers become politicians, because they know how to ad-lib, right? They know how to no matter what the situation is, not stand there and look crazy. They know how to just pick up and move and what they call roll with the punches. Well, with that right there, him hitting him with it, and that was just a work hit. He mainly hit his hand. He put his hand to his head. He took the beer can and hit his hand, and then the Raja dude was supposed to sell it. But when you have people that don't know what's going on in the wrestling industry, he don't know. So he took it as he took liberties. So we have this term in wrestling, taking liberties, which means you done something outside of your character. Like if I planned to just shake your hand, but then I wanted to show you up, I would hit you in the head with a beer can. But we didn't talk about that backstage. We just talked about I'm gonna just shake your hand, and then me trying to be funny or trying to show you up, I do something that wasn't talked about. So it's called taking liberties. So maybe he thought he was trying to take liberties on him, and that's why he didn't sell. There, nobody told him he was supposed to get hit with the beer can, and the white guy was just ad-libbing, right? Was just ad-libbing. He was trying to add extra drama to it, but with Raja not being in the business, he didn't know that sometimes, we talked about this backstage, but sometimes once we get in front of the crowd and the camera, when you in the moment, sometimes little extra things happen that you don't plan. The people in the business know, okay, he didn't say he was going to hit me with the beer can, but once he hits me, I'm going to sell it anyway, and we'll just talk about it backstage. Well, he's not a trained wrestler. He's not in the business. So in his mind, he's thinking, did you just really hit me with this and we didn't talk about it? So that's spawning. You can just tell the way he's thinking in this picture frame. That's just spawning the wheels in his head.
We're gonna work it out. Well, he's gonna come out on your mat, Juice. I know you keep thinking we're working. We're always working.
I get it now. Now you
know what I'm saying, Oz? We're always working.
Even when we are working like that, you don't fucking, you know
That's
what I mean? He's a fucking idiot. Hey. So when you run in on his shit, you fucking give him his receipt. Remember what a receipt is? Give him that fucking receipt, bro. Tag his shit. If you got a fucking problem with it, I'll fucking run out there.
I'll get it there. Hey, as long as I get my lick back, I'm straight.
I wanted to pause it right there, right?
Right.
I think that's where it went all wrong, Sky. Because I think that initially, when he apologized and then they said that, hey, we're going to have you come out and do this and this and that. And he clearly told the man he understood. Right?
Right.
So the energy was different and it changed. I think this is why you got to be careful, you got to know your friends. Because that dude gaslit him up.
Okay. And that's absolutely true. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Faith for joining us. I guess Psychomedic has just joined us, and the CEO of No Limit Pro has just joined us. So now, backstage in the business, no matter whether you friends or not, you shake everybody's hand because that's just tradition. It's just respect, right? But that don't mean everybody backstage are friends. You got some that are and some that's not. So this guy that is telling, what's up, Chuck? This guy that is telling Raja, hey, get your receipt back, could have had heat with the white guy months ago, weeks ago, years ago. And then he seen an opportunity to do something without him getting his hands dirty. So he's telling the guy in the hall, just go get your lick back. He was stupid for doing it. The white guy.
It's so crazy that you said that, Sky. You know what's so crazy about you just saying that? Saturday, we was talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
We was talking about how maybe he knew that Raja had a little temper on him. And he knew that how he would possibly react. And he knew that dude's personality, that he would possibly do something like that.
Right.
So I think he...
Yeah, go ahead. I was saying that the white guy is gaslighting. He said that the other white guy, no, that's not, was in the wrong. And no, you're not. Once you get in front of the camera and the crowd, even if we talked about it, but previously, I know certain things might happen that's going to come out of the blue. So even if they never talked about him getting hit with the beer can, it doesn't matter. You're in character. I guess he's supposed to be the heel, the big white guy, right? So what do heels do? I'm going to shake your hand. As soon as you shake my hand, I'm going to do something out of the blue. So no, all of that was okay. The gaslighting dude, now he's on some more other stuff. So now he is gaslighting this black guy to go into the ring and then we'll see what's next.
Hey, and Sky, here's the other key point, right? That incident happened an hour or two before the actual match.
Yeah, oh
So
yeah.
he had a cool down period.
Right.
This was something that I think it was okay, and then that dude, he set a fire to him. And what y'all not gonna see is during this, man, during the wrestling match, this dude is on Kick. He's live on Kick, talking to an audience who is gassing him up also.
Right, there you go.
And that's the part that I think a lot of people miss, you know. And so, well, here's the rest of it, right?
Hey, as long as I get my lick back, I'm straight.
Where's the crowd? There ain't no fans there?
Yeah, but they.
Oh, okay, there they go.
He knocked out there.
That's when you know it's real, when the locker room clears. When people break character, when heels and baby faces are in the ring at the same time, that's when you know something went wrong.
He's bleeding so bad. The dude who came in like punched him for real.
The dude punched him for real.
There's little kids there watching it.
And you could be right, Chuck. He should have never been allowed near the ring. And so,
if you're okay talking about it, just
so here's the aftermath. This is the man in the cowboy hat, his friend that invited him to the show. So let's see what happened to him, and then we're gonna see the reaction afterward.
Okay.
How this has impacted your life, your personal life.
I got a call from my fucking job. We saw the TMZ video. You're an accessory to an attempted murder. We gotta let you go. I can't fucking wrestle anymore.
That the guy that was doing the gaslighting?
I'm gonna pay my fucking bills because y'all niggas want clickbait.
No, bro, no. You got caught on camera gaslighting that.
Happened to
I just, man.
Nope.
I mean, that reaction, man, I think pissed me off just as much as the actual incident. Because I don't care if you're wrestling, I don't care, even if I'm in a street fight. I know the moment I knock somebody out. He knew that man was knocked out the moment you could see his head snap.
Mm-hmm.
He was out cold. He got in and I counted him 22 punches. And he a UFC fighter. Now, those, like, a lot of people don't know, when you're a UFC fighter, your hands, you're a boxer, your hands are a weapon.
You have to register them, yes.
Yes. So, that is attempted murder that he did. And I believe, Sky, he hit one of the dudes, the dude that's right here, that's sitting with his shirt off with the little mohawk. He hit him in the eye. I believe had they not jumped in the ring, he still would have been hitting that man.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he would have took his life.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't feel bad for the guy that gaslit him, because you shouldn't have never done that. Two, the promotion or the owner or the booker or the agent, whoever paid that man to come in, should have been there and ready. You should have had security there and ready just in case this outsider goes off the script. Because remember, that's what happened with Cody Rhodes when that rapper that came down with John Cena hit Cody Rhodes for real and blacked his eye, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes these guys don't know how to throw a punch. They just know how to throw the punches that they know how to throw. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, no, I don't. And the crazy part about this is, Damo, is that if me and you ever had an issue and I really wanted to get you, once we get in the ring, the laws of the land is kind of great. Because we get in the ring, I said, okay, well, I'm gonna do this to you, Damo, but then you turn around and I hit you for real, or I hit you for real with a chair. You know why you can't sue me? Why the police won't arrest me? Why you can't call the cops? Because it's all a part of the theatrics, right? So you gotta be careful when you get in the ring with folks because they will hurt you for real, and there's nothing you can do because, hey, no, this is wrestling. Sometimes you get hurt. This is also a big part of the ring. But that right there shows that man, if y'all didn't show the gaslighting part, there's nothing you can do because once it's in the ring, it's theatrical, right? People get hurt. I'm supposed to throw a work punch, but I accidentally hit you for real. That shit happens all the time. Excuse my language. But the gaslighting part is what's sending him in trouble and the Raja guy in trouble because then you see this man talking about go get your receipt. He was stupid for doing this, da 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 da. And when he went in the ring, that's when that protection part went out, and that's why it all happens.
Man, y'all, I want y'all to see the results of what happened. The dude's name was Psycho Stu. So here's the aftermath. His friends talking about it.
How bad are his injuries?
Broken facial bones is from what I'm hearing. Missing teeth. Has no recollection of what happened. Incoherent. And then even from the people closest to it now that I'm disassociating with, they won't even put up the full story. Stu's pretty fucked up. I'll put it this way. What happened yesterday is he choked on his own blood.
On his own teeth, I heard.
Yeah, teeth and blood.
And he lost all of his teeth? Right?
A lot of them, yeah. Broken facial bones. He was out on the slam, and then the guy had made contact multiple times. I remember seeing that kind of being in shock, and then I just went. Aside of that, running in, there was other people that could have got involved that I made eye contact with, but they just stayed by the stage. Let me put it this way. I'm sorry to Stu that the people that said that they were your friends let this happen.
So
I don't know why Rajah Jackson's investigation is taking so long. It's not good for him. The longer, the worse. They're looking at two things: how many charges he's going to get and the degree of which these charges are going to be. For example, with like a fight and someone gets hurt, very in the moment, heat of the moment, very different than a premeditated assault like I believe this was. And this was the opposite of the heat of the moment. Initially, when the interaction happened with the can hitting the head from the wrestler, there was at least an hour or two for Rajah to cool down. That's very big. Number two, the premeditation assault, this wrestler was knocked out immediately when he hit the mat, defenseless. So for him to continue on like that, this could be attempted murder. Absolutely huge as far as the penalty phase goes. Rajah is in very big trouble. Big.
Now, I can give y'all this update, right? So the dude is out of the hospital, okay? They did raise almost $250,000 for him. They said he got a long road to recovery. And Rajah Jackson has been arrested. So, man, we're going to keep an update. Hopefully next week we'll have an update to see where this is, man. But it's tragic. He just started his UFC career.
Yeah.
He's
Damo,
never
look at this picture. Damo, look at this picture. Look who's behind Psycho Stu. The gaslighted guy.
Wow.
What, you don't know me?
Hell no. Yeah.
Hey, hey, I think that's a little.
Oh, you don't sell it?
What's that?
You don't sell it?
Dude, he's not a fucking worker, bro.
You sell it?
No, we're good. I know you will.
No.
We're good. We're good.
I will
Sorry
fuck
about
him
that.
up, bro.
I know you will.
I don't play that shit.
Sorry about that, bro.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know. I just thought you were a worker.
I apologize. Are you gonna sell it? I thought you was a worker. And the gaslighting guy was standing there doing the whole segment.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, man. That's
yeah. Oh yeah. And so
that's absolutely
all that could have been avoided. They should have never brought that man in. They should have known he's like his daddy. He has a temper. And after that part right there, where he hit it with the beer can and he just no-sold it, I would have paid Rajah and sent him home. That's it. Because he no-sold it, because he didn't understand the character of a heel. No matter what happens, my job is to be a cheater, a bad guy, and to make the baby face look stupid. And even if you didn't know the beer can was coming, he didn't hit you that hard because that was a work. That was a work the way he hit it with the king. Even if you didn't talk about
it in UFC.
Yeah.
Even if you fighter.
Yeah. So even if he did hit him for real, it wasn't gonna hurt. You take all these punches in the cage, right? But even if we didn't say anything backstage, me as a professional, I know when you do it, sell it because I understand what you're trying to do. He didn't. He didn't. So all of that is on the promotion. I think the promotion should be fine too.
They're gonna get sued. They're gonna get sued too. I'm quite sure of it. I'm about sure that they're gonna get sued too.
Yeah.
Y'all, me and Sky, man, we let me go ahead and move along.
Yeah.
So there was this young woman that was in the store, right? And she was shopping, and this YN, y'all know what YN stand for, right?
Yep.
YN walked up to her and begged her for a hug. And she rejected him over and over and over. And I want to show y'all what this guy went ahead and did.
I'm so playing.
If you give me her, I'll just leave you alone. I'll walk off. If you give me her, I'll just walk off. Swear to God.
I'm not gonna do that.
It's the only way to ask. Give me her, I'll walk off.
It's okay.
That's the only thing that'll make my day.
What about me? I can't just be doing that. You said you was underage. I can't do that.
Please.
I can't do that. You gonna make me feel bad.
Your husband ain't gonna know.
You said what?
Your husband ain't gonna know.
My husband will know, because I'm gonna tell him, because I can't be doing stuff like that.
Why you gotta tell him?
Because that's what you do when you get married. That's what you do.
We'll be alright. Please.
But I do appreciate you for asking and not just doing it. I really do appreciate that.
You the baddest girl I've seen in the store.
Thank you. I do appreciate that too.
If I get a side hug at least.
You are so crazy. I said it's okay.
Cause I know you don't want to get full hug.
You done walked away from your snacks and everything.
Fuck your snacks, bro.
Okay. Don't be mad at me. I ain't giving y'all no hugs today. I'm so sorry.
Smell good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. You're very nice. You stand up in the end. Most people scared to go talk to you. So I do appreciate you.
Yeah. This is got confidence for me.
I see. You got it. It's there. You got confidence for sure.
Please.
No.
Don't keep asking.
Don't keep asking. I have to get my groceries so I can.
No. Give me a hug.
I'm not gonna give you a hug.
You're not getting your groceries.
Huh?
You're not getting your groceries.
You said what?
You're not getting your groceries.
I'm trying. They all over it. I gotta go get groceries.
She said, give me a hug. We cool.
I'm not gonna give you a hug. But we are cool though. We are still cool.
Can you get a side hug? Damn.
No.
Why you doing like that?
Because I don't know you. You said you was 6.
Oh, if I would have introduced myself, you would have did it. If I would have introduced myself, you would have did it.
No. But again, I do appreciate you for asking. I really do.
Alright.
Okay. What's your name?
Here.
Amir? You're lying.
What's that?
That's my brother's name, my nephew's name.
A-M-I-R.
A-M-I-R. Yeah, that's yours. You know what I mean? Prince.
Yeah, it do. I looked it up on Google one time.
Yeah.
Nobody knows my name yet.
Mm-hmm. That's a fire name. Your mama got good taste.
Appreciate it. Get out, don't eat.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm fixing to get mom. I'm gonna get my stuff. And I'm fixing to go. Okay? Don't be mad at me.
Definitely mad at you now.
Do not be mad at me. I gotta go. Okay. Thank you for asking though. Okay. Do not do that. Do not do that. Do not do that. I will have to call the police on you. Do not do that. I said we was cool. Okay?
All right, man.
I don't believe that. Nobody's wife that's talking to a stranger is gonna hold a conversation that long. She knew that, man. And that might even be playing, because if your wife runs into a stranger, the last thing she's gonna do is turn on her video camera, right, to record the conversation. She's gonna say, "Excuse me, get out the way and move." That conversation was way too long. Was the camera on before the conversation, or while the conversation was going? And yeah, and the way you talking to him, no. I don't believe none of that.
I'm gonna tell y'all, man. And I feel bad for ladies because a lot of times it ain't on the females. A lot of times females, a lot of dudes can't take no. Ladies in the comments, wherever, have you ever encountered a dude like this that y'all took no, and he didn't, and the dude couldn't take no for an answer? There are men out here that
Yeah, you're right, Peter.
that have taken women's lives simply because they've been turned down. A lot of these dudes, man, are so unstable emotionally. They can't handle enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel bad for these females. I think there's a lot of females that can't handle enough.
Good for you. Yeah. But yeah, that was way too long. I just believe there was more to it than that. Because again, nobody's wife is going to just be there. They don't know this stranger. The conversation is not going to be that long. There's no thank you, and she's going to walk on. You're holding this conversation, and never said anything about security, police until he punched you. Come on now, let's be real.
I think even if say if this was real, I agree with you in that she handled that the wrong way.
Yeah,
it should have been no, and then she should have just walked away. You know what I'm saying? The point of, I think a lot of, as silly as this sound, Stein, I think there are a lot of naive females out there that hold conversations like that. They be nice to these dudes, thinking that, man, it's going to get them out of, harm's way, and that's not always the case.
That's true.
Sometimes your no got to be an absolute no. Just like your no is when you talking to and he's a kid. You can tell by I hope he wasn't dressed like that as no grown ass man.
Probably
you know
not.
what I'm saying? He looked like a teen somewhere anywhere from 16.
That's what he said. He was 16. He said he was 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. They got access code. You're right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. So that's on her. I mean, I'm not saying punch no woman, but you could have avoided that conversation. Was 3 minutes too long. Yeah, she just walked away.
I agree. She should have cut that conversation very short.
Yeah.
Ladies, when y'all, man, y'all got to be stern when y'all tell me enough. A lot of y'all, man, are y'all, dudes smell like most men are wolves. And if you're out here like a sheep and you carrying yourself as a sheep, man, they gonna show you. Like, it's cool. It's all right to just say no. You ain't got to disrespect a man. I don't advise females to ever disrespect a man. But tell them no and keep it moving. And watch your back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Always watch your back. Don't never, like, she should have never turned her back to him. But speaking of, man, let's go ahead and we're going to move to this next one. So this young girl in high school, she dropped she should have never did this. So basically, she get on live talking about she's dating her math teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dating my teacher, and this is, like how it is and like how we met and everything. Okay, so I knew him before, but like I didn't have his class, so like I think he subbed for my class one time, and we had like a really good conversation, and I knew that he was gonna be going because what is his name? I knew he was gonna be going because I was talking about something to these girls about, like, I think a girl got exposed or something, and he wanted to see the video of her being exposed. So when he did that, I was kind of just like, oh, he's one of them. Like, I already know, but I didn't think too much of it. I went to mind my business. Cool. Next year, I end up getting his class. We chatting it up. He always like you could just tell, I don't know, it's just signs. And then he would always like try to keep me like after his class, and like when everybody would go to lunch, he wanted me to like sit in there and eat lunch with him, and we would just chat it up. And then eventually he started like giving me money, and then I was like, and then eventually he followed me on Instagram, things led to another. And yeah, I have like a really good grade in his class. I'm not gonna fail, especially because the class is math, so it's really, really hard. I'm so bad at math, so I'm so grateful for him being a math teacher because the year is going to go by as a breeze. Love him. Wife, I don't know, but if he has a wife, then I would say that like I would stop talking to him, but at the same time, this is my grade on the line, so I don't know. Just can we wait till I graduate?
All right, there we go, Sky.
If he has a wife, this is my grade on the line. Damn the wife, right?
What a world.
The only problem I have with the math teacher, two things. One, she's young, right? And two, she's young. Why would you date a girl that's gonna come online and expose, even though she didn't say no names, no school, no time?
Everybody know who a math teacher is, though.
But if people know you, they know your math teacher. That's what I'm about to say. If they know you, they know your math teacher. They know what school, who you talking about. So now the wife's probably gonna find out now, because even though you didn't say no names, everybody's putting two and two together because you said math teacher. How many math teachers do you have? And so now he's a fool and he deserves everything that's coming to him, because you got to be. That's why I always tell you, these young kids are children. They're childs. I don't care how old they are. That is a child talking. Or when she's over 18, she's legal. Yeah, the state says she's legal, but she is still a child. You know what I'm saying? And he deserves everything he's getting for messing with a child.
Man, I'm going to tell you. She, first of all, she not only just a child, she a child's child.
Yeah.
She sounds like a 12, 13-year-old and could be possibly 16 or 17.
Mm-hmm.
Right? First and foremost. Second of all, man, this is the problem I got with a lot of public schools and them hiring men and women that is in a 20-year age gap. Like, if you're under your 40s, even if you're under your 50s, I don't think you have no business teaching junior high, high school teachers. How many times have we seen, man, especially in the male students, they get away with this more because they be sleeping with them teachers for years, and it's not until they go bragging to their friends, which most of them can't help but to do.
That's right.
And then we'll find out. Mm-hmm. So it's just, I think they groom these kids. They groom them.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you got these young teachers that got these bodies. Did you see those videos? And they're wearing these tight skirts and they showing all this. But if she was stick thin, you don't care, right? But if she's big and curvy, you care. Let me tell y'all something in 2025. Whether she's stick thin or she's thick and curvy, these young men's dinglings are gonna get hard regardless. So if you gonna make one not wear tight skirts and dresses, you need to make the other not wear tight skirts and dresses. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with Damo. I think, because to run for president of the United States, you have to be 35 and older. At least have these teachers, male and female, 35, 40 and older, who are like, I'm not even entertaining this stuff. You are a child. You know what I'm saying? But if you hiring young teachers and they teaching young people, they are all the same. It's like the blind leading the blind.
I think when they're that young, they need to be teaching grade school.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't be able to go into junior high and high school until they hit a certain age.
Yeah.
First and foremost. I think that'll fix it, right? Just unfortunately, a lot of them older, because, man, what was all this at when I was in school? Why did I have them have Miss Green with the big old cankles? You know what I'm saying? It looked like she used Soul Glow and butter to get her shoe in her high heel, or her foot in her high heel. Why did I get that teacher? Why did I get the teacher, man? You know what I'm saying? At 454 pounds. It took her 10 minutes just to climb 3 steps. Why did I get that teacher? Don't give them these, Sky.
I've never had a young teacher. Even my substitute teachers were older. Like I
had one young substitute teacher, and they made her cry. And I was in elementary, and them boys, she couldn't even get their attention and keep control of the classroom because their hormones was off the wire. And she was beautiful. And we ain't never seen her again. So yeah, man, you can't with no young kids, especially now. You can't do that. And these kids was worse than us. Right. And you got them with these teachers, they getting teachers pregnant and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's nuts.
That's crazy. And Faith, you're saying young or old, the teacher is supposed to be an adult. Well, you have to define adult. Because again, the law states that you are grown over 18. And just because you 18, 19, in my opinion, don't mean you're an adult. So if that teacher she's dating is 25, 28, yeah, he's older, but that don't mean he's an adult.
That's the thing too. That's the misperception. Is that people think age equals adult, and it don't. Because a lot of people they weren't raised. Your upbringing has a lot to do with your character, and unfortunately, there's a lot of people that were raised in broken homes. You know, a lot of them didn't even have nobody raised. Because you think if they come from a single parent home, I'm at work all the time, right? They out in the street. Or they out with that weird uncle. We've talked about that many times.
Not the
you
weird
know what
uncle.
I'm saying? The consequences of, man, raising kids on your own, and you got to work and take care of the house financially, but there's nobody to guide and really teach them. You can't guide them and teach them if you at work.
That's right.
You can give them commands and say, I need you to do this, have your homework done when I get in the door, make sure the dish is done, and you can give them that. But outside of that, you don't know what else they got going on. And a lot of these kids, man, a lot of them are more mature than a lot of these adults. That's the scary part of it. A lot of them can manipulate adults.
Yeah, every generation gets smarter than the last.
And to tell you, and being from the older, next year I'll be stepping into the really, really older folks. And I can tell you, man, as a generation, my generation, and looking at the generations ahead of me, man, we ultimately failed. I'm talking about, if you look at the grand scheme of it all, we ultimately failed. Because, man, we can't sit back and say society getting better. It's getting worse. And they proving these kids in preschool, these sexual books and stuff they got for these kids, these in libraries for like kindergartners and first and second graders. They're grooming them earlier and earlier. And that's the tragedy. That's the tragedy of it. You know, it's just like, if you don't, a lot of folks just don't know about it. I always say, most people spend their adulthoods trying to fix their childhood.
That's true. That is true. But it's going to get worse before it gets better, because a lot of these teachers are retiring out, the ones that we do. And then middle-aged teachers, 30s, 40s, whatever, they're leaving because of pay, these bad kids. So you got to have somebody in the classroom. So then if we go scoop up these 20, 25-year-old teachers who got all these student loans, who's ready to work, to come in, and this is what's going to happen.
I think they need to do therapy on them. I think you need to go through therapy yearly if you work with kids. I think you need to be hired based on your tests. I mean your skills test, not just as far as like what you know, but I'm talking about your character,
right?
And where you at mentally. I think there should be a mental test that you have to pass in order to teach kids. You know,
maybe they might do that. Maybe they might, but
who knows? You're right, man.
Teachers right now, especially in Tennessee, they're one of the lowest paid in the country, and so, but you can get new teachers, these young ones that's fresh out of college, and they don't mind taking low pay because they're just trying to get their feet wet. But those that have like tenure, well, that's used in college and stuff like that, that's been there for a while, and they're like, well, this is all I've made. I've been here for 10 years and this is it. So they either leave or they don't care no more. So, and you ain't gonna have a building with no teachers in it, right? So now you look at the young ones, and now this is what we're gonna have: teachers getting kids pregnant and kids getting the teachers pregnant.
Ooh, and we see that more and more. In the last 30 to 40 years, we've been seeing more and more teacher and children interaction. They're trying to normalize it, to be honest. Something else that it's something else they're trying to normalize. Oh, This is scary, man. So this scientist was on this podcast, and he was talking about how they have the ability to create sperm from
I
tissue
can't even
cells.
spell though. So go ahead, Ademo. What were you saying?
Make a sperm from your skin
Without
cells
further
and an
ado,
egg and
y'all.
fertilize that. So you can clone me. I could clone you. I won't do that because it's illegal, but biologically we could do that. What's important is I can make organs, mini organs from you, and test drugs. And what we're doing in the lab is we have. Yeah. Wow. So when you come to my lab and you have to promise you're going to come, I'll show you. We grow these mini brains in the lab, and we've got them from people that are predisposed to Alzheimer's or not, and we have a way to age those brains so that they're now 80 years old, even though they're only a few months old, and they lose their ability to fire electrically. They become demented in the dish, little mini brains. On Instagram, I've shown some photos of these. They're really cute. And so we give them Alzheimer's and dementia in the dish. And then what we do is we have the system to turn on those 3 embryonic genes, OS and K, and those brains go back in age. But here's the cool thing. Alzheimer's goes away. They get the electrical activity comes back. Now we do this in a mouse. We make the mouse older, just let them age out, or we accelerate it. And we've been now reversing the age of those brains in the mice. And you can guess what happens. They get their memory ability to learn back.
Unbelievable.
Sky, we was talking about this last week.
Yeah.
We was talking about
that man is crazy. That white dude is crazy. He for come up missing because that's classified information. That's what every government in the world would say, classified information. So if you can do what you're saying, that means you can take a human, a young person, and give them Alzheimer's. You could take an older person who has dementia and reverse their brains. Did he just not say he could clone people like they did in Jurassic Park? Take the DNA, put you in a little thing, put you in little robot babies, and clone you. Ain't that crazy?
Man.
So he come up missing, y'all know why, because that's some stuff that was never supposed to be leaked out to public. What you can do.
You know what freaked me out? His smile.
That's what you're doing.
His smile freaked me out. This dude's smile freaked me out. He looked like one of them scientists. Oh, that's scary, man.
That is scary. And that's just the one we know. And ain't other scientists who we don't know. So y'all gotta be careful. They might be out here kidnapping humans, maybe not in America, but in other countries, third world countries, they might be kidnapping these people and start doing experiments on people. And if it starts to work, do you know how much money you can make if you tell somebody I can stop your loved one from dying? And if you can stop people from dying and aging, guess what? Then you're gonna start trying to raise the dead. Because that's next. That is next. And so y'all better hope and pray Christ comes back really, really fast when they talking about I can go back in that grave, get that DNA, reclone them, and bring them back to life. Think about all the Hitler Stalins that could come back. You know what I'm saying? The Saddam Husseins, all these people that they can raise to come back into this world.
Faith, I'm with you. I got Frankenstein vibes too.
Yeah.
I had to post that. That's the comment of the day right there. Frankenstein vibes. You're right.
And this is just in the experimental stages. So give it 20 years. People, you don't know what folks are going to do. Or let's just say not even raise the dead. Let's just say there's a criminal out here somewhere that you can clone. So every time you lock him up, you just let the clone come back out. Then you lock up the clone. Then you let the next clone come back out. So there will never be killing the head of a snake. Let's just say of a criminal organization because they've cloned him 10 times. So you lock the original head of the mafia up, but hell, he got 9 other clones out here that's going to just sit in the chair and take his place.
Man, that's some scary stuff, Sky. I don't even know what. Man, listening to what he's talking about, I don't even know what to say. Upon watching that under review again, I truly don't know what to say to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't imagine, man. My grandmama come back one day. Hey, grandbaby. Ah! You know what I'm saying? too much for me. They doing a
The
little
scary,
too much.
yeah, the scary part is think of that man like a bed bug, right? When they get into your mattress, it's an infestation. But you never know. But they always say once you see that first one, oh, then you're done. They all over the place. You know, if you don't ever see one, they're still nesting. But once you see one, you might as well throw the whole mattress away because now they all over the place. So once you see that one crazy guy, they're everywhere now. They're everywhere, and that's the scary part because you don't know who or what is walking around that's real, that is not, what they're testing on. He was just being nice and say he was testing on mice. Hell, he could have been testing on humans for the last 5 years and don't even tell you.
You know, that makes me wonder, Sky. You know, when they be, remember, like, who was the last one I can remember? When they was like, Chris Tucker ain't really Chris Tucker.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they always be talking about these certain celebrities that you'll see the before and after. You be like, that's not them.
What they said same thing with Jamie Foxx. Remember when Jamie Foxx got sick?
That's what it was, Jamie Foxx.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that make me wonder now. I'm like, you talking about we can't do it. And he was like, we can't do it. He had that evil smile on his face. Damn.
Like a 1950s
yeah, like the black and white horror movies.
Yeah, like a horror movie.
I was waiting for it. Dun, dun, dun.
Alfred Hitchcock. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Twilight Zone. We in the Twilight Zone for real, y'all.
Twilight Zone for real, y'all. Man, these movies are starting to come to fruition, man.
I might have to
we used to watch these movies
and take a needle and scratch our old lady and make sure she's still her. Hell.
We used to think these movies was just entertainment, man. But man, they coming to fruition, man. Think about iRobot. Was that 20 years ago? Like, how long was iRobot with Will Smith? And now you're seeing it. In his movie, they wasn't being able to have children or, to carry a baby. Now they can, right?
Well, they was doing everything else. They had sex dolls and everything else. You know what I'm saying? So they've been on the brink of that. The only thing left was for them to get pregnant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because in our mind, we thought when everything happened, robots would be able just to only recreate robots. Now you saying robots can now carry a baby to full term, like a human baby? Oh,
Well, think about it on the deeper level of what he just said. He just said that they can take the tissue cells from a person and create sperm. And they can also do so with the egg. So, it'd be a matter of time before these women be getting pregnant by robots and these dudes be getting robots pregnant.
Yep. Thank y'all. Iceman Sosa and AK. I don't know if I'm the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I can't even spell GOAT till y'all just put it up here. But thank y'all so much for always tuning in, watching, and commenting.
We appreciate Paul.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all. But yeah, damn it, that is some scary stuff, brother. That really is.
Man. Oh, man. We didn't see this 20 years ago.
It's got black. It's got black. Hey, I still got that song, AK.
Man, we ain't see this shit when we was young. Hell, we thought, man, Star Trek don't even seem that far away now.
Nope. I remember watching E.T. E.T. Go Home. Like, that was it for me.
Man, the Jetsons, Now that robot seemed ancient. You're like, damn, that robot seemed, because now you see the stuff they got. They're able to take, man, and have it mimic a person that used to live. I don't know if you ever seen that. They had a head that mimicked a woman, that like this woman's girlfriend or wife had passed. And so she was into the science field and took certain things and habits from the wife and programmed it into this upper body and had her head, and it was crazy.
And think about it, we talking about this, and they supposed to be coming out. It might be already out. Megan 2, is it already out? Or is it coming out?
Yeah, that's coming out. I'll tell you one scarier than that.
Yeah, you think this is
El Machina. Have you seen that? El
who?
Machina?
No. I might have.
Man,
What?
I gotta send you that.
Please do. Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my God, it'll mess you up.
yeah.
You know,
This is not
and
a coincidence.
you know the scary part about all this, Sky.
Mm-hmm.
Now they got Alexa. So Alexa, what don't Alexa do? Almost.
What you do, right?
And to have a computer that had that kind of control over your electronics and stuff, hell no.
Yeah.
She said, hold on, I gotta put that up, AK. I gotta put that up.
How he's gonna be with a robot.
Man,
well, hey, you know what? The only good part about it, AK, is if it's a robot, you can program him. Do you want him to be your baby daddy? Do you want him to be your fiance? Or do you want him to be your husband? Like, you can just program that in there. So every day that you wake up, you can decide on whether you want to be single or in a relationship with this robot.
You know what? That stuff is actually more normal than people think. Because what do they think these toys are? These toys are electronics. They robots, battery operated. You need batteries to operate them, right? So they already land with robots, if you really think about it. You know what I'm saying? Them toys that y'all get, and you know, I don't know, I can't think of the stores right now, but them toys and them shelves, them ain't nothing but robots. So they already, a lot of women and men are already sleeping with robots. They just ain't got the full body, but they're making them human-like. So the more and more they make them think. These robots going to be like video games. Remember when the video game first started and you had the Atari, right? Remember you had the Atari, and now look at the PS5. That stuff looks almost real. So the robot's going to be like that? Man, sure.
It is. Ugh. So I see the future is most people, because you know a lot of these new cars and they're going to EV or plug-ins or full electric, whatever, hybrids. You're going to come home and you're going to plug up your Tesla and your boyfriend right next to each other. He ain't gonna be in the bed with you. They both gonna be plugged up at night, and then in the morning when you get up, they'll be fully charged. But and it's happy to see this because a lot of people know I'm one of the biggest introverts in the world. Like, I'm really not a people person, but that's where the world is going to. Like, when I was a young boy, when I first saw the ATM, I was like, damn, now I ain't got to go into the bank and talk to people. I can just sit right here and get my money without being bothered with humans. If people start going this route where robots, Alexas, Roombas are in control, you won't need humans no more. And when humans quit talking to each other, that's when anarchy starts.
Yep. We headed that way. We are headed that way. And this gender war that's taking place, man, they're speeding up the process, They're definitely doing that. Speaking of, man, Orlando Brown was on this podcast. He said something, and I was like, you know what? I wanted to go ahead and chime in on this, right?
Okay.
So who's really at fault? That's what I named this. So let's listen to what he got to say, and me and Sky, we're gonna break this down right quick.
Why does not America look like Dubai and Germany? And why doesn't America look like Russia and Persia? And where the is the money going? There should be grapes, turnips, vegetables, everything on the streets every day for the homeless to eat. You're making us pay for water, you son of a... You're making us pay for grapes, apples, things that God gave us for free. Ha! Ha! Da, 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 bo, sha. You will burn in hell when I'm through with you. You will not be allowed in my Father's house at all. At all.
So though that was short, he said a mouthful.
Yeah, he did. So those other cities, if you think about it, let's just take Egypt, right? They only showed the good parts of Egypt. right? That's not all of Egypt. Outside of Egypt, it's nothing but sand and dirt and like you go. It's like what is it called? Disney World in Orlando. They only show the good parts, right? Because I was down there.
Yeah.
When you come on the outside, it's trash, it's the project, it's the hood, it's homeless people everywhere, but they only gonna show the good part. So when he said why it doesn't look like that, because that's all they showing. Even Las Vegas, they only show the good parts. You go outside of Vegas, you in that desert and you can get lost, and people won't find you for days. That's why the mafia was burying folks out there. So I don't know. Be careful of what you ask for. And yes, he's right. In America, we do charge people for things that you think should be free. But there's pros and cons to being in Egypt and Sudan and Dubai and being in America. You know what I'm saying? Because their laws and stuff are different than ours. So if you want to go to this little, small, beautiful city, that's it in the whole entire country, because the rest of it, probably you don't even want to know what it looks like, that's fine. But in America, at least, when you show America, most of our cities sort of are similar. They kind of look the same. You know, you got the city, you got the businesses, then out in the boondocks and county, you got the farmers and stuff. But you gotta be careful what you're seeing, because if you've never physically been over there to tour the whole country, be careful what they just show you on TV.
I wanted to say this too, because the reason why that caught my attention this week, because y'all know there's the hot topic right now. It's federal troops going to cities, right? So do y'all know in Chicago, for example, a lot of the citizens are screaming for the National Guard to come to Chicago. This weekend alone, do you know they had 54 shootings and 7 people lost their life? I can't even remember. Have we even had that in the year yet here? I know we have shooting, but I don't even think we've had that much. We may be at that much for the year. They had that over a weekend, right? So,
yeah, unless you're a crime analyst person at a police department, I can give you that answer.
Man, you know, it really come down to this, right? Man, it could be like this, but a lot of places aren't. A lot of these politicians, they get paid to keep y'all in chaos, to keep us in chaos.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's big business.
Money in it.
Yeah, crime is big business.
Yeah.
Because with crime, guess what comes with that? All these federal programs that they can apply for. All these nonprofits. Y'all don't think money is being funneled through these nonprofit and enriching these politicians? Y'all don't think a lot of this money that's supposed to be funding to fight crime and fight this and this and that, it's not funding the pockets of these politicians? Think about the school board, and this is why I was happy that they dismantled the school board. Think about how much money the Board of Education get year in and year out. Now the question is, do y'all think kids are getting smarter?
Not through public education, probably not, no.
But that's what I'm talking about. So they get all this funding, and you got kids that can't read. In districts where, like Chicago, they are $754 million in debt. The school board. So where's all the money going? And it's not, the kids aren't getting smarter. Y'all firing and laying off teachers every year. Where's the money going? They get paid for people to go through what they go through. And I was having a conversation about this, right? Man, it's funny how a small body of people can control a great number of people. And the reason why they could do it is because people had fear in them. They fear the unknown.
Right.
They fear the unknown. And so a lot of people, man, they just going to deal. There's no way I could live in a place like Chicago and see death around me and still be living there. No way.
Yeah.
No way.
What's up? I agree, and crime is a big business, right? That's why when they say the war on drugs, that's never been drugs, right? So if we live in a utopia, right? If we live in a utopia where there's really just no crime, or these robots clean up the streets, you know how many police departments and police officers and detectives will lose their job? What do we need them for? Because there's no crime, nobody's committing them. You would just need a handful of people to just monitor everybody else, right? Because we have cameras everywhere, right? You know, then you have robots policing the streets, so to speak.
Right.
So what do you need physical human people to go out here and police anything? So they have to keep crime going to give them a reason to be in business. It's the yin and the yang. You can't have one without the other. Because if we didn't have a quote unquote, and for those,
it's the same thing with health. You know,
and for those of you who
doctors aren't there to heal you. Doctors are there to manage your sickness.
Yeah.
They're not there to heal you. The person that's to heal you is the surgeon. The surgeon is the person that fixes. The doctor just manage. They just manage.
Yeah.
If nobody was going to see the doctor, you wouldn't eventually people would lose their jobs, like you said, Scott.
People were healthy, yeah. Think about it. People were healthy and live forever. There would be no doctors, no health care, and no funeral homes. What do you need a funeral home for people living forever? What do you need health care for people ain't getting sick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because think about it.
That's why when people create these vehicles, they run on water. That's why they disappear. Because, man, they putting oil, people that work in you know, combustion oil and coal mines, so they put them out of business.
That's true.
And they ain't going to let that happen. They ain't going to let you create something where they can't capitalize off of it. And it costs them millions and millions.
Yeah. I mean, think about the church. If there was no devil, you wouldn't worship a God. Why would you worship a God if there was no devil? So you have to have the yin with the yang. And so as long as we're breathing, crime is going to always exist because it's a business.
Yep. And they ain't going to try to fix it. So really, at the end of the day, if you live in a community that got a lot of crime, man, if your community don't handle that, I suggest you just move.
Yep.
That's it. That's your alternative. Fix it, be a part of the solution, or move. And in some places, they're so far gone, like Memphis. You can't convince me to go down and do no community work in Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to have a bulletproof bodysuit.
You need RoboCop from Memphis.
Hell yeah, you do. Bulletproof RoboCop, because they'll tear him apart the same way they did RoboCop. You'll find him in some chop shop. You know what I'm saying? They use that aluminum steel leg for something.
That's true.
He'll end up in the chop shop so quick. Hell, you won't find nothing but his face.
They hit that RoboCop and sold him for parts.
That look like RoboCop's finger right there. It is. Man, speaking of something else that's crazy, I had to pull this out, y'all, because this is going to be our last top subject of the day. This almost threw me out. I was like, what? I can see this coming. I believe this already happening in America. I'm to tell y'all the truth. I think this already taking place in America. Somebody sent this to me, and I was like, man, that'd be something me and Sky could talk about. Let me open that a little wider. Hold on, let me go so y'all can read
this is in Canada.
Let me take this down.
Popular in Canada. Sex for rent agreements.
New sex for rent agreements becoming popular in Canada, y'all.
So is that borderline prostitution? Because I don't know what the prostitution laws is in Canada. I mean, right. So they've legalized prostitution in Canada?
What the hell? Yeah, that's what it sounds like they doing.
Yeah. Let me check my passport.
You talking about, man, that's diabolical. Hey, kids, time for y'all to go outside and play. Mom gotta pay the rent. Man.
Now, since it's a legal business, do they make them sign an NDA or no?
I tell you what though, I can tell y'all this.
What's
You
up,
know
country
that's a
girl?
thing in America. That ain't nothing new. You know, it'd be verbal agreements, but I guarantee y'all that stuff happening in America. Especially when the rent and about triple. The rent and triple for some people. Hell yeah, man, they go ahead. They be like, I could just lay here and let Mister on top of me.
Well, when people raise rents, because it's not something where folks just snap their fingers. Folks plan like right now in 2025, they're planning about 2027. So in 2025, let's say about the pandemic to 2023, they already kind of knew once they injected this money, PPP loans, all that other stuff, that rent was going to shoot up, food was going to shoot up. But when you think about this, you should also know that homelessness is going to shoot up, crime is going to shoot up. And even if this wasn't a thing in Canada, they're doing it already. There are women right now with a Fave 5 like T-Mobile who they can call because they know once they come over, we'll call them the Mandingos. And once they come over, their rent is going to be paid. You know, and if he's not free, go to number 4, go to number 3, go to number 2. Hell, she might get them all 5 in one day. It's 24 hours in a day. So she might get all 5 in one day. So now you got this month, next month, and the next month rent paid. But at least in Canada, because anytime your government legalizes something, they're going to tax it. They're not doing this because out of the kindness of their heart. So Canada found a way to tax prostitution.
I don't even know if it's legal. I could see this being, I could see this being just a verbal agreement. Look, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna put nothing in writing. You know, man, you just pay the rent every month. It's gonna be about $3,000. And in the meanwhile, you just go ahead and then, man, you just, you know, you lay there and I don't care if you go to sleep. Turn that leg up. You just let me do my due, and then I see you next month. I wouldn't even be shocked at them handshook deals. I could see it not being something that's legalized, but being, you know, more and more people say, yeah, that's how I pay my rent. You know what I'm saying?
Because they know there's men out here desperate enough to do it. There's men out here, you know, this is past simping, you know, that term simp when you help a woman out and you don't want no transactions back. But this is past that. There will be men who will get paid and be like, man, I can't wait to spend this $500 this weekend. And I'm ready to go, da da da. I'm like, okay, cool. So I ain't mad at women. If you find somebody that's going to give you X amount of dollars for 2 hours, think about that. Let's just say the average sex is 2 hours. This girl that made $500 in 2 hours. Who is doing that? Who is making $500 in 2 hours? And then 3 hours later, she sleeps with another guy for $500. And then in 4 hours, you'd have made $1,000. Who? What profession are they doing that in?
Man, these chicks out here is talking about, I'd rather lick it than get evicted.
They're like, man.
That's
the crazy part is, some of these girls, because I remember back in the day when we didn't call it sex for rent, but you know, whatever. They knew that most men liked oral before they did penetration. So if your head game was good, you could get him to finish before he even thought about penetrating. Because the whole goal is to get him to finish. So once he finishes, that's $500. That means he never got a chance to penetrate. And this is how good these girls were, that they could get these guys, get them off before the penetration. And I mean, it's not, well, for them it wasn't sex, but a hand job or maybe a little bit of oil or both, get them off. And that way you still get paid and you ain't never been penetrated. So some of these girls could be that good and they ain't never got to sleep with the man. They can get them off somewhere else, but you still get paid.
Man. I think this shit about to be the norm in America. I already think it is. Especially with Section 8, where they ain't gonna be able to stay on it, then, you know, generation after generation now. Man, it's gonna be where you got 2 years to go ahead and get your shit together or else. This shit gonna be normal in America.
There's gonna be a lot.
Especially in Nashville. So y'all see some young tenderoni with a dude that just look like his ball sack gonna fall out of his pants leg at any moment. Y'all already know, man. She need to pay that rent. Rent due.
It's gonna be a cesspool because a lot of marriages is going to end because then you got a bunch of women that just will let you do whatever. And again, it's not always penetration, but it could be other things. And then we're gonna be like Atlanta. Y'all know the last 8 months, Atlanta has had 20,000 new cases of positive testing for HIV. That's in the last 8 months. In the last 4 or 5 years or tomorrow. In the last 8 months, 20,000 people have contracted positively HIV. So you don't want Tennessee to turn into that because they're willing to have. Because people always think, well, I can put a condom on. Well, that's her woo-wah. She can still give you something through her mouth, right? Because a lot of people don't get oil with condoms on, right? Okay, so
condoms stop herpes.
Yeah, you can still get it just from that. So then you have a lot of people.
The fluids are soft. You can get herpes. So a condom don't save you from herpes.
Nope. So it's gonna be pandemic.
It ain't 100% guaranteed. It ain't even. I mean, it's the roll of the dice, literally.
Yes, it is. It's the really roll of the dice, and some things you might get not even from sex. If she ain't clean down there, if she's dirty down there, if he's dirty, if she, you know what I'm saying, you might get something just from filth where people ain't even cleaned themselves, or they don't know how to clean themselves. But yeah, this is just what people are looking for, especially horny men that can have sex 10 times a day. This is exactly what they're looking for. They can go do this. And
right here, Skyden took me up because she looked like, come on, Mr. Ralph, come on.
Yeah.
She looked like she got that look on her face like rent due. Her shoulders slouched. She looked like she about to go through it.
Mm-hmm.
That's diabolical. Why they pick this picture? It looked like rent due, and she don't want to pay that rent, but she knows she got to pay that rent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she looked miserable.
Well, hold on. So now you're saying there don't even need to be a middleman, right? You can just sleep with the landlord. So you don't have to sleep with an outside guy to give you the money. You sleep with the landlord and you living rent free.
I promise you there's a lot of females doing that. They ain't gonna tell it, but I know there's a lot of females. When you gonna give me a deal on the rent? That's all that conversation starts very easy.
But
I won't tell your wife if hell yeah, I know that be taking place.
But that sets a precedent then, Damo, because if I'm a landlord and my other landlord friends are telling me this is what's going on, then I'm going to intentionally raise the prices as high as I can without going to jail for price gouging. So I can now force them to sleep with me to live there for free. That's how it works.
Or leave.
Yeah. And first, because I didn't know that.
Right? Your own ownership. That's why it is never a good thing to you got to own as much as you can, because ownership means control.
Right. Because I'm a landlord. I don't know nothing about what's going on, but I guarantee you I have landlord friends. And all we got to do is be sitting around smoking, drinking, playing cards. Like, y'all know these last 3 tenants of mine, all they do is sleep with me because they can't afford the rent. But what is your rent? $3,000. I'm thinking, well, hell, right now I'm at $2,200. So when it's time to redo, I'm gonna go up to $3,000 because now I'm gonna get all my female tenants to do what he's gotten his to do without telling them that's what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. Make you ask questions, especially in Nashville, watching them prices on the rise.
And sometimes it ain't gotta be me, Damo. Damn property taxes are so high in Davidson County that I ain't got to raise my rent to get it, right? Shit.
Man, let me tell y'all. I know it's a lot of dudes doing it too. I ain't gonna hang this on the female. I know it's a lot of y'all dudes. They got old Sarah, breast hanging down to her belly button, and she like, come on, you can get it. I ain't been with nobody young man in a long while. Your rent, Friday after next. Well, she's like, hey, Craig, tell your daddy I said, and he was like, I hate that bitch.
Every Friday, I go across the street and talk to Miss Parker. Every Friday, I go see Miss Parker. Mm-hmm.
Would she tell Craig's daddy, how much do you really, I'm about to put your son out on his ass. how much do you really care about his rent? And he was like, I got no problem paying my own rent.
They call you Sweet Willie. Oh, how you hear about that?
Yeah. Know what happened? I know it happened with men and women. Yeah.
Yeah, and she probably gonna get it too if his wife been busting that door. And you helpful, get off my man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It happened with on both sides. It ain't ladies ain't the only ones. I'm quite sure there's a lot of dudes out there in trouble right now. Rent, they recuperating because rent was a couple days ago.
Yeah, what we come to, right?
Big Thelma,
Another Sodom and Gomorrah eventually.
Yeah. Y'all, today's show was really fun, man. Y'all think it's wait till the subject die. I'll send you in the next couple days.
I'm gonna be looking for some stuff too, man. I've seen some crazy stuff come across my feed too. I need to send you because it's gone crazy.
This world is like they're losing their nuts. They is losing their mind, man. I'm like, what is going on out here? So I suggest y'all tune in because going forward, we want y'all to see exactly what it is that we're talking about so y'all can feel like y'all a part of it. Because we usually do audio, but I don't want to just do audio anymore. I want to do video. I want y'all to really feel like y'all are really a part of the show. We are so grateful to have y'all, man. Really, really grateful.
That's true.
Sky, man, do you want to go ahead? Because that about wraps it up. So do you want to go ahead and give any shout outs or any information as we close?
Well, on Instagram, shouts out to Psychomedics, shouts out to Angel, shouts out to on the main thing, AK, Randy G, Faith, Iceman Sosa, the CEO of No Limit Pro, Mike Cobb. Let me see who else. And Chuck, and yeah, that's about it. So thank y'all for always tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe. Help get the word out there for the Nashville Caveman podcast. Don't forget tonight, D Bling Radio Show, offtopradio.com. That is offtopradio.com. Don't forget about it. New music tonight, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Replay from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. If you or an artist that needs radio play, just send it to me as an MP3 at sky.black@gmail.com. That is sky.black@gmail.com. And join me tonight. We're going to rock and roll and have a good time on the radio show. And don't forget Thursdays. I still need to make a flyer for it, Damo. I ain't done it yet. But don't forget Thursdays. It's the Rock and Soul from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. and from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Thursdays. So we got shows on Tuesdays. We got shows on Thursdays. It's just when I be on Canva trying to create a damn flyer, nothing kind of just sticks out to me. But hopefully a flyer will come, and then on Thursdays I will be able to show y'all the new flyer.
And I wanted to tell y'all too, man, so, update. I'm glad that you mentioned something about the show. I've been doing more short videos, so if you guys follow me or Sky, y'all should be seeing a lot more short videos. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man, the short videos has given us some of our highest views that we've had. All right, on TikTok, YouTube, even Instagram. So if you guys come across one of our short videos, which is like a clip from the show, make sure y'all share it, man, because it's really getting us out there. And I'm grateful that I finally figured that out. I hate that it took so long, but better late than never. But man, I'm happy, man. So y'all be seeing more and more clips throughout the week. So
yep, that's correct.
Pretty much.
Well, again, thank y'all again. Till next Tuesday. We'd love for y'all to tune in, chat with us, be a part of the show, and we appreciate it.
And before we leave, I always want to say, man, the only thing guaranteed in life is death. So Don't worry about the small things, man. Don't worry about the big things. Put that in God's hands. The small things, man. Just remember, man, tomorrow's a new day. You woke up on this half of the dirt, and you go to bed on this half of the dirt. Make sure you celebrate, claim victory over today, because the only thing that matters is right now, because the next moment isn't promised. Love y'all. Peace. Hope to see y'all guys next Tuesday. Me and Sky signing out.
Bye.